All right. So speaking of what Ty was saying earlier, games that they'd like to play, NBA games. A few years ago, Epic Games for offer NBA like 2K. They were happy entering the game, and it was not possible to play single player mode, career mode. So I remember I got an email from my mom because she knows that I try to cover stuff in the game industry, and she's like, "Hey, check this out." I was like, okay. So this is from the Insider Gaming. This is May 3rd. Originally, she sent me it was a tweet that somebody put out, but I did a little more research and found this article with Insider Gaming, which is very interesting. This is Sony. So Sony PlayStation has a lawsuit about refunds, and they said how to claim eligibility and claim your money. I don't remember the year of the game. I think it was 21 or 2K21. We'll figure that one out. All right. So basically, what happened here with California? Another thing with California, which is also another thing. Interesting. It says that it was recently revealed that a California lawsuit against Sony PlayStation resulted in a preliminary settlement agreement worth a whopping $7.8 million to consumers. It said on April 29th, the law firm representing the class action lawsuit announced the settlement and explained how you can get your PlayStation refund. It said that this stems from accusations that Sony has been trying to monopolize the market by tightly and unfairly controlling the digital store on the PlayStation platform, the PlayStation Store. So as a result, if you purchase certain games between April 2019 and December 2023, you could be owed a refund from Sony. They said below, I've outlined a list of games that render you eligible for the refund and detailed how to take advantage of the PlayStation lawsuit, and goes furthermore into how to get your refund from Sony PlayStation's lawsuit. To meet the eligibility criteria for the PlayStation refund, you must have purchased at least one digital game from the list below between April 1st, 2019 and December 31st of 2023. Here's the full scope of the criteria you must meet to get your refund. All right, so they have the dates, and then it says purchase through the PlayStation Store one or more video games which a GSV, which I'm not entirely sure what that is, was available at resale or available at retail prior to April 1st, 2019, which a total of at least 200 GSV redemptions were made prior to April 1st, 2019. And for which the post-discount price increased by at least 50 cents from A, the period between January 1st, 2017 and March 31st, 2019, as compared to B, the period between April 1st, 2019 and December 31st, 2023. They said that it's tricky because it's all legal jargon, but I've posted a complete list of eligible games below just to make things easier to understand. Also, here's the definition you need regarding to a GSV. The GSV is a physical voucher or electronic code purchased from a non-SIE, which is a non-Sony Interactive Entertainment retailer that enables a PlayStation user to download a specific game from the PlayStation Network. Unfortunately, you have very little to do to take advantage of the lawsuit. While you can deliberately exclude yourself from the compensation circuit, the repayment will be handled by Sony directly. They said, as the information states directly from the Savory, I think Savory law firm. They said if you do not request exclusion from the settlement class by July 2nd, 2026, you are a member of the settlement class, and if you do nothing, you will remain in the settlement class. So you're part of it, I guess. They said this means that if you purchase one of the below games during the above window, you will be eligible for your PlayStation refund. Finally, you must have been a U.S. resident for the time of the purchase, which is unfortunate. The list of PlayStation lawsuit games. All right, here we go. So we got Trials Fusion. We have Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. We have Destiny the Collection, Destiny 2 Forsaken Legendary Collection, Call of Duty Classic, Demon Souls, Persona 4. We have Shin Megami Tensei, Persona 3 Portable, Need for Speed Rivals, Battlefield Hardline Standard Edition, Star Wars Battlefront, Madden NFL 17, FIFA 17, NHL 17, NBA Live 18, NBA Live 19, and both of them are the ones. Need for Speed Most Wanted, not entirely sure if that's going to be the 05 or is it the later crappy edition. I don't know. Mass Effect Trilogy, Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare, Final Fantasy 14 Online, Lara Croft in the Temple of Osiris, Sleepy Dogs Definitive, Near Automata. Sorry, I said Automata. Almost said that. Let's see. Dragon Quest Builders, Resident Evil 4, Okami HD, Primal Carnage, Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Mega Battle, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, All-Star Battle, God Eater Resurrection, Beach Buggy Racing, Special Delivery, WWE 2K17 Deluxe, 2K17 Regular, 2K18 Deluxe, 2K18 Regular, NBA 2K18, NBA 2K18 Legendary Edition, Elder Scrolls Online, PS4, Saints Row 2 Digital, Justice League VR, the complete experience, Skullgirls Second Encore, No Man's Sky, Limbo, Witness, Jackbox Party Pack 1, 2, and 3, and the Party Trilogy, Super Mega Baseball. Let's see here. The Invisible Hours, Trine 2 complete, Takaiden, I think. Takaiden 2, The Souls Project, Human Fall Flat, God of War Collection, Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, Game of the Year, Ratchet and Clank Collection, Resogun, almost said Snack, but Knack, Flower, PS4, Killzone, Shadowfall, Infamous Second Son, Dead Nation, Apocalypse Edition, Until Dawn, wow. Last of Us Remastered, Last of Us Left Behind, Infamous Last Light, sorry. Journey, The Unfinished Song, The Order 1886, Bloodborne Complete Edition Bundle, Ratchet and Clank, God of War Remastered, Uncharted, Nathan Drake. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay, wait, I think it's 2K18, but Epic Games offered about PC and not PSN. But it's a good state, but it's good that state did that lawsuit. Yes. Let's see here. We got MLB, Bound, Hit They Lie, Tumble VR, Twisted Metal. Wow. Jack and Dexter collection, God of War Origins collection. Let's see here. Infamous Festival of Blood. So a lot of Infamous games. Motorstorm, Apocalypse, Shadow of the Colossus, Uncharted Greatest Hits, Sports Champions 2, Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, God of War Ascension, The Last of Us, Little Big Planet 3, Gravity Rush, Uncharted Golden Abyss, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, Jack and Daxter Collection, Killzone Mercenary, God of War Collection, PS Vita, Ratchet and Clank Collection, and Freedom Wars. So they said, how much would you get from the PlayStation lawsuit refund? They said the results from the lawsuit settlement haven't been made clear on a per person basis, so the individual refund amount isn't yet known. It's impossible to put a strict number against it just yet, because it's not certain how many individuals will be taking the portion of that $7.8 million settlement. Yeah. So the thing is, some people could be only getting only a few bucks or a dollar. That's the one thing about class action lawsuits. Once they do a settlement, it's not like you're gonna get a huge portion of that, $7.8 million, 638 million, $2.3 billion, nothing like that. So that's the downside to it. It said, however, a safe guess is that the court will award around $1 to $3 compensation per qualifying purchase to ensure a widespread coverage is possible. You won't get a complete refund. This means if you bought 3 games during that window, you'd get anything from around $3 to $9 in compensation, because they're trying to cover everybody. They're trying to make sure everybody gets covered. Yeah, further compensation will be made payable to your PSN wallet. To keep things practical, it will not be a cash refund. So basically, you get credits, and you'll be able to purchase another game. Let us know in the Insider Gaming Discord server if you're expecting a refund from the Sony lawsuit in California. Yeah, so let's see here. Anybody say anything? So they said, so a bunch of lawyers got richer. They said, I'm done buying online. PlayStation can rot. Bought several of these. Will it automatically be refunded? I need my money back from purchasing Elden Ring, Night Rain. I don't like the game, and it's your fault for not adding demos. Battlefield Hardline Standard Edition, God of War Remastered, I purchased and was hoping something could be done. Same here. I bought a lot of additional games. Sony payout. Remember, again, people are only getting $3, getting $3, getting $1. People think that they're gonna get like $60, $70, but they're not going to be getting that, unfortunately. So that is the shenanigans that is happening with Sony is going through a lot of issues right now with these refunds and things like that. And again, I always, like I said, I always go back to, and I know I'm a huge advocate for physical games. I know people don't like them because, you know, if the game gets scratched or something, then this is unreadable and things like that. Yada yada yada. It happens. I understand. And people just don't want to have a clutter of just physical stuff everywhere. I get it. I totally understand. But then also you got to take into account that's a possibility that your games that you purchase on the digital store could just randomly disappear, or your license would just randomly go away. And then what? And that's why we have this going on with, you know, Stop Killing Games. And also that's why we have this issue with the PlayStation lawsuit. So let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think about this whole thing. And also, if you guys want to, you know, come in and chat and everything as well, always live at 1 a.m. Eastern time from Tuesday to Sunday. So that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you guys have some games that potentially you can get refunded for? You know, and also if you guys do see some random, if you guys are PlayStation players and you guys do see some random credits that are in your PSN wallet, yeah, it's probably coming from this lawsuit. So yeah. Anyway, stop the channel. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.